Adolf Hitler was the dictator of Nazi Germany. He started World War II in 1939. By 1945, Germany was losing the war badly. The Allied armies were closing in on Berlin from both the east and west. Hitler's once mighty armies were now shadows of their former selves. Desertions were rampant and supplies dwindled with each passing day. The dream of a thousand-year Reich was crumbling before Hitler's very eyes. The Soviets were getting closer to Hitler's headquarters. He retreated underground to his bunker. This was a fortified shelter beneath the Reich Chancellery Gardens. It became the last refuge for Hitler and his inner circle. Here, cut off from the world above, they planned their final moves. The air was thick with tension, fear, and the knowledge that the end was near. The Battle of Berlin was the final major battle in Europe during World War II. The Soviet army, hungry for revenge and victory, unleashed a ferocious assault on the city. Buildings crumbled under relentless artillery fire, and the streets became a chaotic battleground. Amidst this inferno, Hitler remained in his bunker, a world of concrete and despair, desperately clinging to the hope of a miracle. Inside the bunker, conditions were deteriorating rapidly. Food was scarce, the air was stale, and the constant bombardment shook the very foundations of their underground world. With each passing hour, the news from the outside world grew grimmer. Hitler's generals, once eager to please, now delivered only bad news. The dream was over. On April 29, 1945, Hitler married Eva Braun. She had been his mistress for many years. They married in a simple ceremony in the bunker. It was a brief moment of normalcy in the midst of chaos, but the specter of defeat loomed large over this somber celebration. That same day, Hitler learned of the execution of Italian dictator Benito Mussolini. Mussolini was a close ally of Hitler. His body was strung up in public by Italian partisans. This news deeply affected Hitler. It reinforced his determination to avoid a similar fate. He resolved not to be captured alive by the Soviets. Section 4. The final solution for Hitler. On April 30th, 1945, Hitler committed suicide. He and his new wife, Eva Braun, chose to die together. They retreated to Hitler's private study in the bunker. Hitler shot himself in the head. Eva Braun swallowed a cyanide capsule. The bodies were taken outside to the Chancellery Garden. They were doused with gasoline and set ablaze. This was done according to Hitler's instructions. Section 5. Legacy of Lies and Whispers. The Soviet Union quickly captured the bunker. They found the remains of Hitler and Braun. However, the Soviets spread disinformation about Hitler's death. They claimed that Hitler was still alive and in hiding. This fueled conspiracy theories for years to come. However, eyewitness accounts and dental records confirmed Hitler's suicide. A death certificate was issued. Hitler's suicide marked the end of the Nazi regime. It also marked the end of World War II in Europe. The world celebrated the downfall of one of history's most brutal dictators. But the legacy of Hitler's crimes and the horrors of the Holocaust continue to haunt humanity. The world learned a terrible lesson about the dangers of unchecked hate and tyranny. Hitler's name remains a byword for evil and destruction, a chilling reminder of the fragility of peace and the importance of vigilance against all forms of intolerance.